Alright, so I gotta get this off my chest. I was going through Facebook and I seen a little bit of news of Spider-Man Homecoming. And, well, let's just say this. Spider-Man Homecoming producer says that they want to, and this is actually really cool. Now, actually, before I get to this, I just want to say, if you guys have seen any of the Marvel Cinematic Universe TV series for Netflix, you would understand that they make references to the Avengers all the time. For instance, I've heard it in Daredevil and Luke Cage. I don't watch Jessica Jones much, and I haven't seen the Iron Fist much. Actually, I haven't started watching that at all. But in Daredevil and in Luke Cage, they do reference the Avengers, and of course Stan Lee. We all know that the Marvel Cinematic Universe contains of the television series and the movies. They're all in the same universe, obviously. The producer now, what I wanted to get to, the producer of Spider-Man Homecoming, wants to make little nods, wants to make little references to the Defenders in future movies. Because if you think about it, compared to the Avengers, compared to the Guardians, the Defenders aren't big names when it comes to, like, the MCU. I mean, obviously, they're big superhero names. Like, you've probably heard of, at least Daredevil back in the day, right? Or the Punisher, even though he's not a Defender. You probably heard of them. But, in the MCU universe, they're not big names. So people like Thor, people like Iron Man, Tony Stark, he probably wouldn't even know who the hell Luke Cage is. So. But Spider-Man, Spider-Man's a somewhat big name. He's got affiliation with the Avengers now. But he's still a smaller name. He's a smaller... How do I say this? I don't know how to say it exactly. He's a smaller kind of superhero compared to these guys. Like, take out, his connections with Tony Stark and the Avengers. No one would really notice Spider-Man too much, except for him swinging all over the fucking city. Well, that's where Spider-Man comes in with similarities with the Defenders. They're not really big names. They kind of keep somewhat to themselves, except for they save people. Except for the fact that Spider-Man saves people throughout New York City, and the Defenders kind of help people throughout Hell's Kitchen in New York City. So they don't go full on out. But what I'm getting at is Spider-Man could reference the Defenders and maybe cameos in future films of Spider-Man movies, in which, kind of like how Spider-Man got affiliated with Tony Stark, which then got affiliated with the Avengers, we could have the Defenders get affiliated with Spider-Man, who then gets affiliated with Tony Stark, who then gets affiliated with the Avengers, and obviously that'll be after Infinity War, so the Avengers and Guardians of the Galaxy. Whew! Holy shit. That would be awesome. And the MCU universe would do, why do I keep saying that? The MCU would do something like that, because they're that fucking smart. But, I don't know if they're going to want to reference the TV shows or not. I really hope to God they do, and I really hope to God we see at least cameos from Daredevil and Punisher in Infinity War. If we get all the Defenders and Punisher in with the Avengers and the Guardians of the Galaxy in Infinity War, that would be fucking badass. But they're not technically confirmed yet. I mean, Robert Downey Jr. did actually upload a picture a long time ago. I've actually went over this with you. And he referenced a poster of, like, just a little teaser poster of Infinity War. And it had a whole bunch of names of all the people on there. And, John Bertho. I don't know if I'm saying that right. John Bertho, something like that. He's the actor who plays the Punisher. He was, his name was in there. Charlie Cox, the guy who plays Daredevil. He was referenced in there, So, please. You know what? This was originally just going to be a Spider-Man Homecoming update, but I'm going to put it in with my Avengers Infinity War updates, just because I referenced Infinity War quite a bit, actually. But yeah, no. So, like I said, I'm just going to go through this quick briefly, because that's getting long, and you guys are probably about to leave, if you haven't already. Spider-Man Homecoming's producer wants to reference the Defenders in future movies or whatever, and maybe even in this movie, unless it's too late for that, and maybe even cameos. So that'll be awesome. So yeah. Deuces. Hope you like this video. Deuces.